Hello and welcome. Good morning. It is Monday here, 8 a.m. on the 29th of January 2024. Let's breathe. Focus in and on to our center. The core of our being. Let's take a few breaths. Yes, and it seems I'm merging with the with a tree. The standing people, I wanted to tune into the trees as a symbol. Excuse me, the trees in this area I am in, the trees that I live with, as they're very close to home, and maybe you also have trees when you step out of your door or when you go to your nearest place of nature. Trees are an anchor of sunlight. They are also guardians of time, as time is so abstract. And there are several species of trees in my area, and maybe you have a particular one. It's about the trunk. It seemed when I started to tune in that my body was compared or was merging actually with the trunk, and in this case it is a variation of a pine tree, a fir tree, because it has a very long trunk, but you may have any kind of tree, and it symbolizes the vertical connection between the horizon, so Earth, and the cosmos, sky that is seen in all shades of blue and grey and dark, well, dark blue, night skies, star nights, and as we've just moved through a full moon or the light is still there. It's been quite a bright couple of nights, and yesterday we had a beautiful sunny day, and together with all planets going direct, because the day before Uranus was stationing direct, and for some of us maybe we felt really tired. Right now it seems the energy is very speedy, and you can be outside. And if you are fortunate enough to have a piece of nature, a garden, yeah, even if it's just a balcony one, maybe you feel to do your spring cleaning already, being outside or walking in nature, and or maybe you're thinking of having some herbs on your windowsill, so it's a great time to start preparing the pots well, depending on how you grow things. Obviously, it's better when the moon is growing, so the new moon, which is gonna be next week. Nevertheless, it's a great time to start clearing outdoor spaces, as and that is the reason I am being guided to share today as a healing circle form in a green color around the theme of all shrubs and all trees. As here in northern part of Germany where I currently reside, you are allowed to do this type of gardening till the end of February, as the 1st of March is the breeding season of the birds, and then you are no longer allowed to cut down, or what I call give trees and shrubs a haircut. So first of all, I feel to apologize to all trees, all seeds, all shrubs, and all growth from the last year that is very spindly, going up very long and looking rather not balanced, that I felt to give a haircut to yesterday. So my apologies, I did not explicitly sit down in meditation as I would do. And I'm doing this now. So in case you're in a similar situation to not having asked the tree, the shrub, the pieces of the branches, the wood, or even any plants, that there is some old foliage, old things to clear. My voice now is asking, as a representative of all those that give their garden, their woodland, their yard, their paddocks, their gardens, trees, a haircut. I really would like to speak to the soil and to the water, to the air and the ether, to the element and to the fire in form of the warmth of the sun that is so appreciated right now. Please, dearest, can we come into balance? Can we come into peace? And can I please explain that I am not here to cut down trees. I am here because my guidance is to let more light into the area, and therefore please may I ask permission to cut away what is old, what is no longer needed, and what is weakening all of the community of trees and shrubs around this area and this place that is given to me as a home. I'm very grateful to be looking after it. And I have ordered some preparations for balancing the soil so the plants can be more grounded, more earthed, as in this area there's a lot of intensive farming and they use a lot of leftovers from animal droppings, and it has a lot of other things in it too, like medication residue and so on. And obviously all the glyphosate and mineral fertilizers that travel sadly through the body of animal because of the food they're given and what is put onto the fields. And I would like to make a call out, any person out there, any farming interested person, anyone who thinks of studying and working in and with farming, would you please look into the biodynamic agriculture, and would you please study that as well? You can decide for yourself, but please consider the information. Consider not putting artificial fertilizer on the land, as it all lands in the water, and there are books everywhere about those that have noticed the deterioration in the soil, the land in general, the diversity of all animal species, but also the various diseases, disharmony in livestock. When you do your research, maybe you come to the same conclusion that any of those symptoms are directly related to a lack of certain minerals in the soil, and also the relation of the minerals to to each other, the balance, and that this can be addressed with making your own compost and special preparations that you can do courses or purchase via the Biodynamic Association in all the countries. I've looked at America and the UK and also Germany, or the German-speaking countries, and there are people who offer this, and it's 100 years old, this type of wisdom. Try it out. I felt guided to use this, and also there are books on homeopathy and plants, and of course, above all, it is our love. But the trees are needed by all the animals, the birds particularly, of course, but so many more. And even though this is a nature garden, it has been left to its own devices, and with the farming all around, and with, let's say it this way, many neighbors more interested in a nice house than, or in a nice green plot, than in a diversity of meadows and healing plants. The easiest to do is to start with creating a little herb garden, even if you just have some pots, and do it even with your children and grandchildren. It's a very special time, as it is something of our inner heart. We are the guardians of the land. We are the species that lives in houses, and we need nature to be us, to be human, and nature doesn't necessarily need us and is regenerating for eons of time. And so anyone who can feel it in their heart, please experience it with your hands. And I understand the energies are very impulsive, very electric and speedy. The day is just feels as if it's running away, as if you have 2-3 hours in the morning and another 2-3 hours in the evening, and that's it. Then you sleep, or you don't sleep, but you it's dark, but it's like as if the day is short. I mean the 24-hour day. So, and I'm not looking on the clock. I mean the rising of the sun and the rising of the moon and the setting of the sun and the setting of the moon. And yes, we all look forward to spring, and it feels it's already halfway here. Okay, so let's use the healing circle. And whatever you see the circle looks like, or whatever feeling you get, or whatever you wish to imagine, all of us sit in circle, together with our pets, together with the wild animals, together with all the plants that we sit with, trees that surround us. I gather this healing circle around the area of what is a piece of nature that is close to my living space, that is part of my home, our home here on this beautiful, diverse planet Earth. We are inviting in to healing circles all trees, all earth, all soil, all elementals, all shrubs, all fruit trees, or all those that we use for harvesting, and invite them all in and thanking you all for being present. Seeing the various colors, earth colors, tree colors, shrub colors, soil colors, the elementals, the water being particular, the wind and the air and the sunlight and the moonlight, the starlight. the cycle of the sun and the moon, the cycle of all heavenly planets or heavenly bodies, the direction where the sunlight reaches and the direction where the wind reaches, and all the spaces in between. Speaking to the minerals, to the vitamins, to all those micronutrients, may all plants, animals, and human beings live in harmony, and may all plants and all elementals and all the soils and waters and airs and lights carry all the nutrients to balance this whole planet Earth, to give us what we need and to give all animals and plants what they need. And we are welcoming in an expanded consciousness of love, peace, health, healing, harmony, abundance, out of all lives, living essentials in all our dimension. May that be termed physical, emotional, mental, light body, holistic in nature of all our multidimensional layers that we represent, and that every tree, every plant, every shrub, every grain of sand and every grain of soil, every drop of water honoring the feathers. They stand for freedom, but for many it is a sign into the other realm of spirit and ancestors. And so we honor all those that walked and worked that land with their love before. May we replenish it's like 80-20, 75-25, 85-15, meaning of the worked soil of this planet that needs to be restored. So 85, 25, 75, 75, 85%, 80%, 75% of our being needs to be loved right now. This is because we are in transition from the new paradigm from the old paradigm to the new paradigm. We are inviting in an expanded consciousness of love. There's a lot of energy coming in. Or a lot of energy leaving at the same time. Maybe include all animals and pets, all our family members, all our loved ones in all dimensions. And I'm sorry, I'm clearing so much energy out. It is this 2024 year in the positive way, but it is also very positively charged for action, which is certainly a good thing after this rather deep winter. Really, it feels we want to get things done. We want to change things. We want to change our life. We want to commune and get the information we are interested in. And right there where we live, and many of us may have moved into new areas. And many loved ones or ourselves, our pets may have gone through a hard time and feel the transition in the body. There may be symptoms, but they are just showing what has been pushed from the inside out. So if there is a need to rest, then please do rest. However, some of us may be really feeling this move and need to watch out for not overdoing the activities, as it takes time to get the body into a certain state of fitness. So please check in with your body, and yes, maybe wishing to look at all the cell salts, looking at maybe stepping up the nutrition. But most of all, what I am getting, even though there is always the time to go within, but it is also to create right relationships with those that share your interests. And it may not be possible to find groups or organizations that entirely reflect your understanding. But at this moment in time, it is not about it. There's nobody that knows it all. Just go with your intuition and understand others, but you don't have to agree with every single thing. You are allowed your view. Just maybe be open, and as the energies are changing, many of the ways of doing things need to be reviewed. Most of our understanding is based on a few handful of hundreds of years, and at the same time, we ourselves, our cellular consciousness, our multidimensionality can tap into all. So we are welcoming in an expanded consciousness of love and understanding. So really today feels a bit of a power up of nature is already prepared for spring and new growth, and so may I apologize to any trees that get cut down, despite the fact that they could regenerate with some support. I'm so sorry. Therefore, those of us who plant new trees, and may that be a rule, for any tree that gets cut down, we plant a handful of new ones. And those branches and those trees that need to be cut because the wind took them apart, because it is their time to go, then we can use those in the gardening process, or in making firewood, or in even using it for furniture or for any other garden construction. Or we just place them in an area in our garden and give it to nature, and all that what is in nature can use it. May all trees and shrubs and all branches understand the need for letting light in, having it clear out, and giving it a haircut. And may all trees and shrubs please be prepared for that. We are tending our gardens, and they're going to be light and peace garden. And thank you for anything that grows that is benefits to us and to all animals, all nature, how this net of branches and leaves and roots creates a network of, yeah, vibrancy of life energy. I certainly thank the soil and the earth and the nature for still being here. We are welcoming in an expanded consciousness of love. Let's be keepers of the woods and the gardens, in cycle with nature, in cycle with the sunlight and the moonlight, in cycle with the various designs of the various beautiful plants. And let's thank the fact that nature is still here. Maybe for everything we planted for peace. We are inviting in an expanded consciousness of peace into our homes, into our heart, into our lives, into this world. May we all live a healthy, balanced, nutritious, and joyful social life, and may we pass on our understanding, our knowledge, our wisdom, our knowing to those that ask us and those that we come in contact with, and maybe we can animate those that have their lives still in front of them entirely, while those of us have gathered life experience, have already come to the point of knowing what is the most important. It is the heart in all things, it is the love in all things, but it is also to be authentic and to speak up and to do those things that are part of our own value system. May we grow, or may we plant every seed in the knowing that it is done by inviting in an expanded consciousness of love and peace, and let it be nutritious, healthy, food for all, that the soil, that nature, that all animals, that all our pets, all our family members, all of our loved ones, all of humankind has access to a fulfilling, satisfying, nutritious way of nurturing our multidimensionality, for enjoying food for all our bodies, that nutrition is uplifting our heart and our spirit and our soul, and that we are transmuting and transforming the imbalances, and we honor every item, food, every seed we plant for its power to support life. That's what it is, really. It's not food, it is supporting our life here. That is also what is meant with life's essential. We are inviting in an expanded consciousness of love, peace, health, healing, and an abundance of all life's essentials come to balance and deep peace, feeling held and nurtured within, now, here, and all around us. And so it is. There's a lot of energy, and it's time here. Excuse me. It's time to slowly get in a rhythm to move and enjoy the day and enjoy the new light, the new life, the new vibration of coming together. We are many. We are the 99%, and we can make a difference. We are inviting in an expanded consciousness of love. We are inviting in an expanded consciousness of peace. We are inviting in an expanded consciousness of health. We are inviting in an expanded consciousness of healing. We are inviting in an expanded consciousness of balance, and we are inviting in an expanded consciousness of abundance of all life essentials, and we are inviting in an expanded consciousness regarding to the soil, the nature, the farming, or the agricultural ways of working with and for the land, the animals, and human beings on it, with it, and all elementals, all multidimensional beingness. Now, here, everywhere. And so it is. Wishing you just a wonderful time. Be strong in your heart. Remind yourself of your uniqueness. And rest assured in the power you have in holding the inner light, wisdom, peace, life experience, and share your authenticity in the kindest way. If you can. And take care of yourself above all. Rest when your body says move, when your body moves, and trust that there is a multidimensional intelligence running through every part of you. That can be in the now, in the not knowing, and can still take care all that makes up the multitude of this life now on Earth, but fully assured of our multidimensional beingness across all eons, tapping into anything we need to gather to inviting in an expanded consciousness of love into us, our lives, and into this world. Thank you, and so it is. Thank you for sharing. This is Blue for blueroom.org. Thank you.